YouTube, flashlight enthusiast here. So I asked my friend to borrow me this Wurkkos HD20 to see whether the Wurkkos flashlights are actually something I could use. So I borrowed this one out of sheer curiosity, because if you know that Wurkkos is actually the Sovereign brand operating after a different name, but basically the manufacturer is Sovereign, so you will find that Wurkkos and Sovereign flashlights are pretty similar, although they target a little bit different customer group. So this is the 21700 cell headlamp. As you can see, you can attach your head strap here, and this is actually some interesting option for a headlamp. As you can see, we've got two LED options that can be operated separately or at the same time. So without further ado, let's take a look at this weirdo. Okay, so the box looks like this. Unfortunately, I didn't get the full package, so all I could show you is actually some manuals and leaflets, but apart from that you will normally get obviously the flashlight, lanyard, O-rings, headband, battery tube, clip, user manual, USB-C cable and 3800 mAh Wurkkos branded 21700 high drain battery. Okay, since I don't have this one on me here, I will move on to the flashlight. So, I supplied this one with my own 21700 battery, which is the Samsung 50E, which is the 500 mAh, pretty similar performance will be. We've got double spring design here, which is quite good. As you can see, we've got spring here and here, so very good. The threads are quite thick, rectangular, so good job here. They should last quite long. As you can see, the cell is unprotected and I already have to push the springs together, so don't try to use the protected long cell here. This is the flashlight design definitely for unprotected cells. It does feature a magnet here on the tail cap, but as you can see, it will not hold the horizontal position because of the weight, so you can always attach it vertically, and this is fine. This is quite a big flashlight, as you may say. Look at the Armitech Wizard C2 Pro comparison, or maybe even some smaller headlamps, 18650, like the Zebralight. As you can see, the size matters here, but on the other hand, the Wurkkos is 21700 cell battery flashlight, so the size is justified by the battery size, obviously. We've got USB-C charging here, which is quite surprising, but on the other hand, given the battery capacity, it should be here. Nice addition, apart from charging, is that actually you can use this flashlight as a power bank with the USB-C to USB-C cable. You can charge your phone or any other 5 volts device, so very good. Speaking of charging, it is fast, about 2 amps. I measured it with my homemade kit and got around 1.84 amps, and after 3.5 hours, roughly speaking, the flashlight has been already charged, so pretty nice rate, especially at this battery capacity. Very good. So why is this flashlight worth mentioning, testing, reviewing, using? Well, first of all, we've got two light sources. We've got the spot optics here. We've got XPL HD 5000 Kelvin emitter here from Cree, and here we've got the flat optics with Samsung LH351D 5000 K90 CRI LED inside. Okay, so this is the flat. As you can see, it is extremely flatty, and you will probably tell by the Beamshots section here later on the video that this flashlight with flatty optics is extremely flatty and well made for close-up stuff with high CRI output. Very well designed. You one click for on, one click for off. Obviously hold the side switch to cycle through low, medium, high, low, etc. You can also hold the side switch from off to enter the lowest mode, which is the moonlight mode, and obviously double tap for the turbo mode. This one is around 700 lumens, which is very respectable output. One click will return to the last mode used, apart from no, moonlight is also included. So hold it to enter the loop again, and now triple click to change the output source. For the spot optics, as you can see here, we've got a pretty defined spot, a little bit of spill, but definitely most of the light will go into the spot area. And here are identical outputs structure. So hold the side switch to enter the moonlight mode, hold again to enter the loop, hold again low, medium, high, low, etc. Double click for turbo mode, and here we've got 1300 lumens and around 175 meters of throw distance, which is quite an impressive result for a headlamp, I remind you. Headlamp, this is a headlamp. Of course you can use it as a handheld flashlight, but it is a headlamp by the design. And now the fun part is that from on, another triple click will get you both outputs simultaneously, and obviously you can double tap for turbo mode, and this one is 2000 lumens with again 175 meters and beautiful CRI output at close distance. Here again the same output structure, so moonlight, 3 levels of loop, and then turbo mode. Okay, and then triple click will go again into the flat, then to spot, and then for both, and then again. So it goes in the loop. We've also got some special modes. Then when you double tap for turbo mode and double tap again, then we've got the strobe mode for, as you can see, both LEDs. Double tap again to go into the SOS mode, double tap again to go into the beacon mode, double tap again for the turbo mode, tap again to go into the loop. The flashlight also features battery indicator, which is located under the switch. We've got 3 stages. So we've got the green, which is 30% or above. We've got the red, which is between 10 and 30, and then we've got the blinking red, which is below 10. I strongly advise to make a little bit broader scale. I mean, between 100 and 30 it's green. I would like to see, I don't know, maybe between 10 and 50% would be green, and below 50% it will be red or something like that. Looking at the runtime graphs here, this is something I really dislike about this flashlight. I would really like to see some more flat output, maybe even with step down, but not something like this. I really dislike some kind of pattern. I really dislike this kind of pattern in runtime graphs, and you can probably guess why. Because you can fool yourself that you cannot see these adjustments, because you cannot, but believe me, after viewing and looking at this chart, you may start seeing this one on your flashlight. I mean, look at the first 1 hour and 20 minutes, then suddenly after this mark the flashlight starts to increase the fluctuations of the output. Definitely weird situation. This is the flat turbo output. So yeah, around 700 lumens at the start. This is very well made. As you can see, we've got almost 4 minutes of constant turbo mode before the thermal regulation kicks in 51 degrees, and then the show starts. And I don't know what's going on here, but Wurkkos software, whenever you're watching this, please in the future don't make such regulations. I know you can do it in proper way, like for example in your newest software SC21 you could do it normally, so why not here? And okay, on the other side, it can be justified that because of these fluctuations, the runtime is actually a little bit increased, but for God's sake, don't do this. I would like to have even 30 minutes shorter runtime, but without these fluctuations, just constant current flat output. And if the flashlight has to drop the brightness to maintain the safe temperature, it's okay for me, but constant increasing and decreasing brightness gets me really mad. Same goes with the spot turbo output, as you can see here. Again, over 4 minutes of stable performance in turbo output before the thermal regulation kicks in, which is very nice, and I like the first part of this runtime very much because it shows that the shelf design and the overall thermal mass of the flashlight is very well thought. But then again, something that shouldn't happen here is the thermal regulations that I definitely dislike this pattern. And now we've got flat plus spot turbo, so 2000 lumens, and here, as you can see, it could hold 2000 lumens for over 1.5 minutes. Very respectable result. But then again, something happens and ATR kicks in around 48 degrees. The flashlight did not exceed this temperature, but again, fluctuations between 250 and 650 lumens is something that I couldn't detect with my naked eye, but I suspect that somebody could. So please don't do this in the future. Sofir, Wurkkos, whoever is listening. Okay, so after viewing this interesting part of the video, let's go to the forest and show you how this flashlight actually operates in the nature. Wurkkos HD20. Flat only. Spot only. Both. This one is quite powerful. 2000 lumens. Flat and spot at the same time. Very nice combination here. Wizard C2 Pro for comparison. This is a turbo mode, turbo free to be exact. 2300 lumens of warm light. Wurkkos HD20. Spot and flat. Wizard C2 Pro Warm Edition, turbo free. Alright, let's sum it up. Definitely interesting idea of incorporating two LEDs inside one headlamp, one for spot, one for flat, and incorporating best of both worlds without sacrificing one another. I really like the idea and the implementation. The only thing I would change in this flashlight is definitely thermal regulation. Apart from that, I really like it, and the fact that you can use both LEDs at the same time is something that many flashlights lack of. So very well done, Sofir and Wurkkos, that you did this in this flashlight. And overall, the feeling of this flashlight is also quite good. Even for a handheld, you've got the switch where you need it. It is a little bit massive, but on the other hand, my friend told me that even if he's running with this flashlight, it does not rattle inside the head strap. So this is probably something he would like to ask me. Apart from that, yeah, I would recommend this to anyone that is looking for a budget headlamp that offers both spot and flat with some higher CRI optics and longer runtime. and does not care about the fluctuating output. Because if you care about flat regulation, then definitely this is not an option for you. So guys, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. If you like the video, please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button to help the algorithm. And thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.